What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another all new episode of Yakin with Yukon. I, of course, am Yukon. Good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. I'm on Tom. Where's the supposed host? You havoc. Hopefully, you guys had a good Sunday. I know for a lot of us, it's not the end of the weekend yet. Tomorrow is an off day, President's Day. So, looking forward to that. And it's always good to have a 3-day weekend. So I'm excited about that. Let's welcome in a few people before we get to our guest for the night. Ultra Cardizilla, what's up, man? Havoc, we already said hi to you, buddy. Marcia, good to see you. How you doing? Chris from the Man Collects, what's up, buddy? He's actually going to be on Overgrown Third Graders. Bleh! That is the worst title because I can't say it. Overgrown Third Graders podcast. He will be on that on Tuesday with our good buddy T3. So very excited to see that. Chris will do a great job. I knew you'd be here, buddy. What's up? Mr. Fantastic. Good to see you, man. And you're going to be in the office. Oh, okay. Hey, that's all right, man. That's all good. It's all good. You've been waiting for this all week. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. We got Legacy. Legacy's on deck. He will be guest next week. So definitely check that out. We got JB. What's up, JB? Got Running Roughshod. Good to have you. There's our guest. And that's it. So, like I said, big show. This gentleman has over 20,000 subs, which is mind-blowing. He's doing a great job. Zacjacdan is the guest of the evening. And him and I have actually never talked. So it's going to be like you guys are getting to know him and I'm getting to know him. So it's going to be a good deal. Also, I'm going to let you guys on. You probably saw my post, but I've got a real treat for you guys on Thursday as far as video wise goes. I went to the one of the biggest toy museums, I think, on this side of the planet today. And man, I tell you, guys are going to be blown away. So check that out on Thursday. Over 13,000 figures. So check that out. We also got T3 Collects. There's one Black Series left, buddy. We kept the Mando. So yeah, there's one. All right, guys, enough chit chat. Let's bring our guest. Zacjacdan is on deck. Let's get it going. Zacjacdan, what's up, man? How's
What's
it going?
happening?
Not
You
much,
doing all right?
man. Good. Welcome to Yakin with Yukon. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Appreciate you. So, you and I have never really talked too much. So, like I said, this is going to be me getting to know you, you getting to know me, and everybody else kind of getting to know you as well. So, I'm excited for it, man.
Oh yeah.
So let's kind of start from the beginning. What got you into toy collecting? Have you been collecting ever since you were a kid, or did it start on later in life, or how did that whole thing go for you?
I don't know if they're like this for a lot of guys, but like for me, my parents or my mom threw away a lot of my old toys, and that kind of got me, sick to my stomach back in the day. Or she gave them to friends or whatever, took them to the Goodwill, whatever. And so, as I got older and eBay became a thing, I noticed that there was ways for me to actually go back and find the things that she'd actually thrown away and then add on to the collection. So about 20 years old, eBay, I started collecting Motu and got all of the old 80s Motu that I was missing.
Nice.
And then I also grabbed a few of the G.I. Joes because I was trying to collect some of those vehicles I never had.
Okay. Did your mom give you a reason for throwing everything away, or was she just trying to clear the clutter, or how was that?
Well, she's not around anymore. She's never actually been able to see the collection, so she doesn't know what she created.
Gotcha, man. So with that, I mean, when you were a kid, was there a certain figure that you were always drawn to? Maybe that one where you kept it in your pocket, you took it to the playground with you, that sort of thing.
No, it wasn't about the figures. It was actually about the cartoons for me. I love the cartoons, and I had the action figures, but just having them around me now just brings back the cartoon nostalgia to me. Even though it's not the original, I got the newer stuff nowadays. I got rid of all the vintage stuff. I just like the way the newer figures just look for me. I know my buddy Century's on here talking about how he is reverted and now he's gone back in time and collecting all the old school stuff. So
yeah, he's full blown vintage now, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, it's pricey, but it's cool. So you said you're more modern. What is it that draws you to the modern? Is it just kind of the updated looks to them, or
It's
what
definitely
is
that
it
better
about it?
looks and articulation, but a big thing is scale. Whenever I was a kid, I collected the GI Joes, I collected the He-Man, I collected the Thundercats, and all three were just completely different scales.
Right, right.
And just having them as well as I can with between 6 and 7 inch, Super 7 versus Hasbro and everything. I'm close enough to scale now that I feel really comfortable with what I'm collecting.
Nice. Let me get to a couple comments here. It says, the old parents threw it out. Yep, that's what got me back in. Absolutely. I think that's a story a lot of people have. Yeah, my mom got rid of my USS flag. Ouch.
Mm,
Ouch. That's not cool, man. I'm
that's
surprised
awful.
you still like collect over that trauma. Yeah, Rogue 5 Cantina, what's up, guys? Good to have you guys on. All right, Zacjacdan, whatever happened to Zach Morris, aka Zach Legends channel? He hasn't made videos in over 2 years now.
And I was telling Yukon here that he's been away at college for 3 years, so he's got his own channel. But of course, he hasn't made any videos because he's been away at college and focused on what's important right now. But I was telling him, if you notice this big stack here of my toy haul, I do save it for whenever he actually comes home periodically.
Yeah, which is great, man. I'm so happy that you saved that for him. You guys can do that together because that's kind of really how the channel started out. Can you give us, for people that don't know, can you give us kind of a quick little tale on how the channel started and what you guys kind of wanted to accomplish with it?
So we actually were starting it together whenever he was probably 12 years old. We were actually try to do a video together and to see how this YouTube thing goes. And there were channels out there that were doing these reviews, but to me, they weren't kid friendly. And so what we were trying to do is do a channel that was more kid friendly for, people that have father and son relationships I'd rather him watch, something that doesn't have cursing on it, doesn't have whatever on it. And so we made a channel and it was pitiful. He started doing his own thing, didn't care anything about the way I was doing it. And I was like, well, I'm kind of an OCD guy. I like to make databases of things. So I started making my channel where I'm doing my every list of type of things. So
Nice.
we both
Nice.
were able to go and do our things separately, but still do it together.
Right. How long have you, I mean, so how long has your channel been going on for now? I was trying to do some research. You have 1.9 thousand videos. So you've been on for a while.
There's probably more than that. I've actually turned
Okay.
a lot of them off
All right.
whenever we had the COPPA stuff, so we had
Yeah.
to deal with all that crap. So I had to turn a lot of the stuff off. So there's probably actually more like 2,500 videos that I've done on this channel. My second channel, it's called Zacjacdan Shorts. Not as much traffic on that one because I was trying to push a lot of the shorts, and they just don't give you the analytics that you
Right.
do.
Right.
It's still out there. It's got almost 7,000 subs on it too. So
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So in terms of years, how long has it been for the main channel then?
6.
6 years. Okay. So you and Man Cave, you guys kind of got in before the big boom, the big
Yeah.
rush of people came in, and when things were a little easier to grow your
Well,
channel.
he was going on so many hunts. I told him, I'm like, dude, just film yourself. And it might not have been 6 years ago because I swear he started like right when COVID went hot.
Right. Right.
Um, Might be only 5 years now.
Right. And speaking of which, this is a big deal.
There
Man
he
Cave
is.
is on right now. Man Cave, just so you know, you're next, buddy. You're next to sit in this chair and be interviewed by me. So I hope you're ready for it, man. But it's good to have you here, man. I really appreciate you coming. Very cool. And of course, they're going to razz him for that. Oh, look, it's Man Cave making an appearance. I agree. I think the Marvel Legends collection a few years ago. Okay. So tell us, what are your go-tos right now in terms of lines? Which lines are you the most excited about right now?
So it's very funny because like literally 2 years ago, I was all Marvel Legends only, and got to a point of, you know what, they're pricing me out. I don't like this
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So I literally sold probably 400 Legends out of my collection. Still got plenty of them. Still got over 300 in the collection. But we got rid of the Legends, and you can see the Turtles behind us. We went NECA Turtles at first, so it was just Legends, NECA Turtles. We literally have 28 different lines now.
Wow.
Legends is not my top anymore. Literally Super 7 Ultimates are probably my top
Okay.
that I collect right now.
Okay.
And
You said
mainly
28 lines?
28 lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to name them all, but give me the top 5 that are your favorite right now.
Thundercats for Super
Okay.
7.
Okay.
Silverhawks is still small right now. They're still expanding, but I
Mhm.
love Silverhawks as a kid as well. Um, GI Joe classifieds are huge right now for me.
Yep.
Legends is still up there. Turtles is still great, and I blame JB for my Star Wars Black series because I
Yeah.
saw him get into it, and I was like, I got to get some of these.
Yeah, the old Black Series. Yeah, the old Black Series. Man Cave reviews what? LOL. And then Carlos says, I was dumb at 8 years old, sold my Motu collection, vehicles, Castle Grayskull, Battle Cat for like 80 bucks. My parents were so mad at me. My biggest toy regret in life. That's a good question for you. What is your biggest toy regret in life?
Probably getting started. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a lot of people actually. Yeah.
So I used to have like I said, the '80s loose He-Man collection.
Hmm.
I got rid of all that in order to, because kind of like I said, tying it back to my son, we were collecting together. Set him down, let him watch the first episode of He-Man. He said, "This is stupid," and I was,
Oh,
"Oh no!"
oh, it's
Broke my heart.
heartbreaking.
So we watched the first Hulk movie, the very first one with what was the first? What's the first actor? I can't remember his name.
Uh, Jeez, Lou Ferrigno.
Nope, not that one.
Oh, the one before that. I don't know.
The first movie. Anyway, watched that one. He loved it. Fell in love with Marvel, so we started collecting Legends. Then we got into DC and started collecting the DC Multiverse stuff that Mattel was doing. So the biggest regret, not just the He-Man from the '80s, but I also sold all my DC Multiverse collection for a
Mhm.
reason. I had to do it because at the time I wasn't doing YouTube.
Right.
I couldn't afford to continue on with Legends, so we had to sit down and have the talk. And said, "Listen, Mattel's not doing this anymore. What are we going to do? Do we want to keep what we have, or do we want to just keep on going with the Legends? We have to make a choice." So we sold the DC collection, which funded us for another 3 or 4 years to be able to continue with Marvel. And now, luckily, YouTube. Eric Bana, thanks guys. Eric Bana was the first
There it
Hulk.
is. Thank you.
Um, so it funded us for a few years, and again, YouTube has allowed us to get to where we are now with the 28 lines. Now they're not huge lines. I mean, when I count 28, I got two Gremlins from NECA. I
Okay.
got
There you go.
another one that I blame JB for is the Diamond Select Muppets collection that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a
Mm-hmm.
tiny little shelf in the corner. I got the NECA Back to the Future, so it's nothing huge.
Right.
Whenever I say 28 lines,
It's just yeah. You hear 28 lines. You're like your brain just is like okay. So he's got like 100 figures for each line.
no.
That's just kind of where your brain
Mm-mm.
goes, and it's like not so much. Spice Runners Lounge. What's up, Dane? You guys are coming out tonight. It's all for him, of course.
Mm.
Full house. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Florida e-bikes and gear. What up, y'all? Hope your toy hunt went as well as mine. Oh, good. It's always good to hear a toy hunt going well. Man Cave says, "Ha, let's make it happen. We will do that, my friend. Absolutely." And then we got Jersey Geek, and then I got all you guys. So that's
Yeah, you
what we're
need
gonna
Jersey
do.
Geek. Yeah,
We got to get
he's kind
Jersey
of
in here.
stepped away a little bit for
Yeah.
YouTube. He's doing some other business.
Okay. All right. Well, when he comes back, I'll get to him. Figure Fever, what's up, man? Good to have you here. Zacjacdan, fellow collectors. Good evening. Good to see you, man. Marvel Legends is still my number one. Would you say that Marvel Legends is still your number one?
Definitely not.
Oh, you
Nope.
said Super 7, didn't you? I'm sorry.
Yep. Super Seven
Okay.
Thundercats is definitely our number
Yeah.
one, and we got the Cat Slayer ordered. So we have a very small room. You know, last time you had Ron on or Century, he
Mhm.
was showing you his tiny room, and I'm like, that's what I got. I got a tiny room that I have everything in. So
He's
it's
still
tough to
working
find
on that
space.
big room, isn't he? He's
It
he's
sure
getting
is.
close. Yeah, he's getting close. How do you feel about how Super Seven's going now? Obviously, you said it's your number one line, but they've kind of gone through a few rough patches here and now. Is there, if you had some criticism or some words of wisdom for them, what would it be? Is there something you think they need to improve on?
First thing, slow down
Hmm.
because it's killing us. They said they were gonna, you get a figure every 3 months, but then you started going to all these other lines. At the time they made that announcement, it was, I think they might have had 3 lines that they were talking about. So okay, I can deal with 3 lines every 3 months. Now they've got so many lines, it's like really overwhelming, especially once they all, start hitting us
Right.
in our pockets at the time. I don't buy them from Super Seven directly, so I don't pay for it right then. I pay for it through Entertainment Earth, a Big Bad Toy Store, and they don't charge me until it's here. And
Right.
so boom, 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 I'm getting hit with it. I end up canceling my turtle ban because it was going to hit me at the same time as something else. I'm like, I can't afford that, and I've got the other NECA turtle van instead. I'm good.
Right, right. Yeah, they do come out quick, and they. So I think. So I'm not super knowledgeable on Super Seven, but they still charge you right away because they make basically what's pre-ordered. Correct? Is that how they're still doing business?
Yeah, and like I
Okay.
said, Super Seven
Okay.
themselves, that's what they're doing. But of course, Big
Right.
Bad and Entertainment
Yeah.
buy from them
Yeah.
as well, so they
Yeah.
they pay up front, not me.
Well, and it seems like that Super Seven goes on clearance a lot too. I know a lot of us found the Joes for like
It won't
$10.
it won't happen again. I think all that happened because of the fact they were so behind with the COVID and everything. They got so behind with everything. People just were like, okay, I don't want this anymore. I've
Right.
got other things that have come in.
Right.
That happened, and then now we're dealing with, okay, we're ordering just this. You can see like on Entertainment Earth. Um, which pre-order was it? I think it was the most recent Thundercats that was actually still like available for pre-order on Super. Maybe it's literally showing sold out on Entertainment Earth. So they only order a certain amount, and they're not ordering
Right.
anymore.
Right.
So they're
Right.
they're all limiting themselves. Hasbro's not sending as much stuff out anymore. So the going to these Targets and whatnot and find these things on sale, or I don't think we're going to see that a lot anymore this year.
Which that would be a big change because we've seen it so much the last few years. I think I know Carlos from T3 Clicks, he would say the same thing, where it's like the clearances are probably going to slow down this year. Did you hit all the Ross rage that like everybody else did? I mean, that
I'm
was
not
insane.
I'm not a toy hunter like my buddies are.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't hit the stores like crazy like they do.
yeah.
So no, I'm not. I didn't hit the Ross. I wish I could have hit one of them because there was definitely some of the ones I would have loved to find, but I didn't.
All right. Okay. Yeah, but I agree with you. I think we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Super Seven, I think another good thing about them. So we'll take like the Rat King for example. There was a ton of backlash on that Rat King that they gave us
Hmm.
kind of the good looking one, and man, I'll give it to them. They listened. They took it back. They delayed the whole wave, and they're like, okay, we'll give you a good Rat King, the one that everybody kind of wants. They still included the
Pretty
kind
head.
of goofy looking head, but
No,
they
no,
did
the pretty
listen.
head. The
The
pretty head.
pretty head. There you go. The pretty head. Right. So I do appreciate that about them is that they are listening to what the consumers are saying as opposed to maybe some other companies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that totally.
Yeah. It's always JB's fault. Sorry, JB. I guess it's all your fault, buddy. All right. You're trying to stir up trouble here, man. That's what you're trying to do.
I agree with
Let's
you.
talk Black Series.
You let that collection go like you said the other day, pennies on the dollar. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I was just done with it, man. Honestly, I was just done with it. I told myself I wasn't going to collect it anymore. And then I'm like, you know what? A lot of Star Wars, the parts I like of Star Wars so much is the vehicles, the environments, the
Hmm.
battles, the scenes. I can't do that with Black Series. I can do every character out there, but I cannot do an AT-AT. I cannot do a droid tank. I can't do all these things. So that's really the main reason. And yeah, would you do what I did? Would you ever give up your Black Series like that?
Uh, I still got some in package, so it's still one of those lines that I'm like, okay, am I in it or am I not in it? Am I in it? Am I not in it? So I haven't,
Yeah.
cracked some of them off the cards yet, whereas everything else in the ring is cracked off the card. Um, I've actually looked at the exact same you have because I love the vehicles and playsets as well. And when I get to a point where I have that kind of funding, I am going to go back and grab the Joe vehicles
Right.
and the Black Series, sorry, the Star Wars vehicles vintage
Right.
because I loved those vintage vehicles. I don't care much about the 3 3/4 inch figures myself, um, but the vehicles have a lot of nostalgia. So I'll keep the 6 inch figures, just still go with some of the smaller scale vehicles just to have it in the collection. Once my son gets takes half this collection and puts it in his house, maybe.
Right, there you go. I think it's a lot of nostalgia too, because that's how I started out as a collector was with 3 3/4 inch Star Wars. So it's like I think the nostalgia just kind of got to me, and I've gone on and on about Hasbro's tactics and what's going on with them. Do you think that for Black Series as opposed to like Geo Joe Classified, do you think you're getting enough value in Black Series?
There's
Uh,
nothing from any of these lines that's worth what we're paying for them
right,
at all.
right.
No, we're way overpriced on every single line we're buying right now. Uh, McFarlane has done great over the years. He's now starting to go up on his prices too. So
Hmm. Hmm. What point is it that it gets to where you're like, okay, that's enough. It's too high. I'm
if
done.
I can't afford it, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. My wallet still yells at me for getting back into the game. I think that's a common denominator with all of us. Eric Ban, Eric Ban. Okay, you guys got it. The Muppets are amazing. The Muppets are amazing, and that is a cool line. I do like that Diamond Select line of the Muppets. That's a very cool line. I think that's a good one. Soup and Seven Turtles are a great line overall. Yeah, definitely a good line.
I just got three new ones in again. Like I said, I'm not opening them yet, but
Let's
we
see.
don't have the mailer box anymore. But we got the Scumbug,
Oh, beautiful. That's one I
the
definitely have my own. Yep.
Wingnut and Screw Loose, big old
Nice.
box, and then the Neutrinos.
Oh yeah, I
Zach.
forgot about those. Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
So again, I got a huge stack over here. We got the sewer part of the NECA playset. So that's we still got to find room for that somewhere. We got the Lobo on his bike over here. Got Steel, Red Tornado, Captain Atom, the Riddler. We jumped into the Jack Pacific Sonic line.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we got a lot of those that have added to the collection here. I got Mutt and Junkyard I still haven't opened yet from G.I. Joe Classified, so I'm really excited about that one. And then we got the Jada Pacific Mega Man.
Oh, nice. Wow. You got a lot of variety. Tons of variety. We're not talking Black Series anyway. We're gonna have to. I have my Black Series on hard pause, not selling, just stepping away for a bit. I can understand that. Oh. Thing is, Black Series now isn't great. However, some of the earlier figures are so good. I would agree with that. I think the last couple years has been not good, not good in terms of a lot of things, uh, and that's kind of part of the decision as well.
And the thing
Mi-
is, I'm not an all in on the Black Series. I
Sure,
went with the episode 4, 5, 6 mostly. Just my favorite characters, nothing huge. And then I've got Darth Maul and some of the guys from episode 1 that
right.
I wouldn't mind having.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to do. Pick and choose. To be a completionist in any line is just, I mean, it's almost impossible anymore.
Which I was with Marvel Legends. I was a
Right.
completionist.
Right.
So now that I've stepped out of that, I think it's actually kind of helped us because we're not the completionist type mindset anymore.
Right. Right. And that's a tough thing to do. I mean, it's hard to keep up with every exclusive, every single thing that's coming out.
Hmm.
Always be hitting those pre-orders.
I
It's
can
not
remember we were
fun.
heading to the beach one time. I think it was I don't remember what year it was, but it was the SDCC where they did the big Ant Man Marvel Universe box set and the Doctor Strange Book of Ashanti box set.
Hmm.
And I was trying to order as we were going down the road, and it was literally like a 10-minute window, and it didn't happen. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't go without a San Diego Comic Con. And I was like, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's right. When you start getting anxiety about not being able to have a piece or something, you know that it's like, okay, it's getting to be too much.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to step down the chat. Marsh asked a question.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me find it here. Did you ever find your short round? He did find his short round. There it is right there.
Yep.
I haven't seen that one in anywhere.
Nope. I had to order it on eBay. I had to pay a
Yeah.
little bit extra for it, but
Super hard to find.
looks good though. I love it.
Which I get. That line's not bad. I don't know if they're going to continue it, but it's not
Well,
a
they've
bad line.
done it so fast. I mean, there's
Yeah. Yeah.
not a lot else to do. I mean, you got the villain from Indy 2 that they still got to do. They
Mhm.
teased a long time ago. I don't know how they're going to do him, but Rama something.
Yeah, I don't even know his name. Yeah. Mr. Boom Boom. What's up, Mr. Boom Boom? Nice to see you. I'm still a dabbler in Black Series. Yep. All right. Kenny, what's up, Kenny? I think G.I. Joe is good for the money line. It's crazy to see how much more you get for the price when licenses don't come into play. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's why most people are liking G.I. Joe right now. You just get a lot more for the money. And
It's very
they're
funny. My son doesn't care anything about GI Joe Classified. I mean, he doesn't care anything about GI Joe the cartoon itself, which was one of my favorites growing up. But when he grabs one of the classifieds, he's an articulation guy. He grabs one of the classifieds, he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, this figure is amazing." He's just loves the figures themselves. So
well, that's what it does. It brings in collectors that normally wouldn't be into that specific one and says, a good figure is a good figure.
hmm
Even if you're really not into the line, there you go. I mean, it's they're doing a great job. I'm stepping away from McFarlane DC Multiverse. Wow, you're stepping away from Multiverse. Wow, that's shocking, honestly.
My
Okay.
Bizarro and Bat Zorro is being shipped right now, so that'll be a cool one to get.
Okay. Nice. 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 So, like I said, 20,000 subs. What does that feel like? Is that a humbling experience? Is it something that you ever expected?
Never, no. I mean, like I said, whenever we were talking about before, struggling for that first 100
Hmm.
was
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, am I really going to do this? What am I wasting my time for? But luckily, I physically enjoy, you know, putting the databases together. Even if it's just for me, it's something I did before YouTube even started. I was playing around with websites, putting these websites together to try to, compile these list of figures. So for me, it was just a fun thing to do. And then finally, it took off. I hit the 1,000. Got monetized, and then just from there, just kept on going. So it's been awesome.
Nice. What do you think the best part of the experience has been? I'm guessing you're going to say community, but you tell me.
Well, I mean, luckily, Man Cave has been my best friend for years, so that was even before YouTube started. But yeah, we've expanded out into the community and found these other guys that have been great friends. Um, and again, just my OCD being able to put these lists together and have fun doing it, and that's huge for me because my job in real life is databasing, but it's not databasing, something that I love. So
Right, right, right. Well, yeah, I think that helps a lot when you really start to grow and you see the community. I mean that's really what keeps me going. doing things like this and having conversations with new people I've never met, such as yourself.
and
I
that's what
met.
exactly why I wanted to get on was watching your
Yeah, man.
interviews. I just love how you interact with the guy and just
Thanks, man.
check out who
Appreciate
he
that.
is and how he is.
Yeah, I mean that's really the whole point of the show is to get to know you. I mean it's kind of like it's an interview, but it's not a formal interview, that kind of thing. And that's how I met Mr. Fantastic. I watched his videos sometimes. I was like, man, he seems like such a cool guy. I actually one of the reasons I started talking to you and talking to Ron and to Man Cave and all these other guys that's in your group there. I saw your videos that you guys would do together. I mean, the community you guys have and the great job you guys have on your live streams, on the videos where you're all on it together. I mean, those are awesome videos, man. I
It's
mean, they're
crazy, man.
just
We all
fantastic.
fell in love with each other. It's been awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and you can see, like you guys are sitting there BSing at Man Cave's house. It's like, man, these are guys I want to know. These are guys I want to hang out with, and I'm not just saying that. That's for real. It
Yeah.
it just seemed like I think it's as a collector, you're like, is there anybody else like this out there like me? And my God, there's so many, it's crazy. Let's see. I saw a short round yesterday at BAM. Not sure what the price was though. Nice. Mr. Boom Boom, you're Kenny's son. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that. I think that they mentioned it's done, or at least that's the popular opinion. Oh, you must be talking about the indie. I think the indie line just came out to coincide with the movie,
Hmm.
and that was it. I think that there wasn't really much plans to go any further other than that. And then Mr. Fantastic says, I literally use Daniel's channel and website as a database. Nice, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, got a question for you. Have you gotten into the Jada Toy Street Fighter line?
So I'm not a big video game guy. I did play a few video games as a kid. So one of the 28 lines we have is Battletoads. I'm expecting Earthworm Jim here soon, hopefully from Premium DNA, and Premium DNA has done an amazing job. So no Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat; those aren't big for me. They look amazing, but
Yeah.
they're not for me.
No, I saw, well, they're really affordable too.
Yeah, they
I mean,
are.
I found a couple at Target and they're like 21, $22. And, I think you're right. I think you got to kind of be a video game Street Fighter fan, but they really are good looking figures. And Marsha's saying everyone in the chat has a bromance. Have either of you gotten into Mythic Legions? For me, no.
I don't care anything about Myth of the Legions. There's no nostalgia for me. The ones that kind of were the Motu kind of knockoff type stuff, those were kind of cool. But again, it wasn't my exact Motu, so I didn't care about it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so like I said, 20,000 subs. What goals do you still have for the channel? You've accomplished so much, but what other goals are still out there that you want to attain?
Catch up. I'm literally 250 videos behind. I have the
Oh,
videos
wow.
made, but I haven't been able to actually have time to put my voice to them. So it's definitely a time consuming thing to, when I first started doing it, I was like, well, I'll just stick them out there and just let them play. And I'm like, there's no love to that. There's no, you know, personalness
Right.
to it. So, to put my voiceover on the videos for my Every collections, it's big. And of course, I put out a video. Usually, I try every day, but sometimes it doesn't happen because of life. But now, I don't have a lot of goals. It's literally just while I'm enjoying it, I'm just going to do it. And if it
Nice.
keeps on growing, that's awesome.
Nice.
If
Yep.
it doesn't, hopefully I'll still enjoy it.
Right. Biggest thing is having fun and
Hmm.
enjoying it and being around the people that you're comfortable with and that sort of thing. I've been checking out some of your videos that you've been doing recently, going over the entire lines of certain properties and stuff. What made you come up with that idea?
Like I said, databasing.
Got
So
it.
in order to compile those lists, I found websites that were out there. For example, at the time, I was all about Marvel Legends. So there was a website called marvellegends.net where he kept a very detailed picture database of all the Marvel Legends. And so I started just putting them together and saying, my gosh, how many Wolverines have they made? And
Right.
so I went through the list and grabbed every Wolverine out of it and put into a video and talked about it. So
It kind of blows your mind when you actually do that, I bet, because you're like, oh my gosh, they've made like 100 Wolverines, or
yeah,
they've made like, you know, how many He-Mans have they made, and that sort of thing. I was watching your Motu, and I'm like, dang, I didn't realize they made that many in that time.
yeah.
It was kind of mind-boggling, actually. So here's a good one. One thing I love about Daniel is his ability to get a deal. It's a sight to behold. You got to tell me
I
about
don't
that.
I don't take the first price ever.
Okay.
Ever. So if
Okay.
somebody's, one of my buddies is in there trying to deal, we'll walk up to the counter and he'll say, "Here's what the price is." I'm saying, "You sure that's the price? You want to, let's drop that a little bit." And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but you got to try.
Yeah, yeah, wheeling and dealing, man. Wheeling and dealing. Do you go to a lot of toy shows?
Less and less. They're kind of expensive for me, and whenever we go, it's because the collection, we got pre-orders and everything. There's not a lot, that when I go and dig through bins like I used to back in the day, because whenever we first started collecting, we were buying used. Everything was used. We'd go find them in bins, pick them out for $4 each, and go with it from there. Once we kind of caught up with all the old stuff, with the loose stuff, we were, you know, on time with the collectibles, and we were buying them off the shelves then, so we were getting them in package.
Right.
So the nostalgia of going out and digging through bins isn't there for me anymore because we've got what we want. So no, we don't hit the shows a lot.
Okay. All right. $200 toy. I literally hear him say, "Would you take $40?" True story. Did he take $40?
Heck no.
Nice. Well, what did he take? Did you get it?
It wasn't me. I wasn't
Oh,
buying
was it
anything. It
okay?
was the
All
big
right.
guns like JB and Oleg and
Yeah,
Ron. They
yeah.
were throwing the big bucks
Yeah.
down those trips.
I think Raw might be the biggest gun in that pile. That last, I don't know if you got his Hidden Treasures video. That video's got like 77,000 views.
Wow.
It's insane. So congratulations, Sentry. Good job, man. I don't think he's on here, but we will definitely congratulate him on that. That's a huge video. That's really awesome. Nerdy collecting. I have $5. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. So other than toys, what media are you into right now? What shows are or movies are kind of drawing you in? Is there anything out there that is like your go-to or something you're excited about coming up in the future?
Um, I'm in the middle of watching the second Aquaman movie right now.
Okay.
I don't go to the theater a lot for those. I'm trying to think what the last one we saw in a theater was. I can't. It wasn't even a Marvel movie. It was probably like Indiana Jones. That most recent Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible. Those were good. Um, Nothing's like huge right now for like Echoes out on Disney Plus. I'm trying to catch up on it, and
Right.
it's
Right.
just a slow burn. Um, we have been watching the Monarch Godzilla.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about that show or not.
I don't, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
it's a show for Godzilla, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, nothing huge right now.
How do you feel about how things are going? Like with Disney and with
I'm so worried about DC with where James
uh-huh.
Gunn's going with it. I
Yeah.
hope it's great, but it's just worrisome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how do you think the new Deadpool's going to do? again, bleh, let me say that again. How
No,
do you
you're
think
good. Deadpool's gonna be good. I really think that bringing Hugh Jackman back in and making him part of the universe, that was probably a smart thing to do.
definitely, definitely a smart thing. Definitely a smart thing. I mean, that's one of those movies I think that the studio sees it. They're like, this is not going to flop. We're going to make some money out of this one, even though they're having a hard time and stuff. I think it's going to do well. I don't know if it's going to do. There's some people, Carlos, who think it's going to do like 200 million its open weekend. I don't know about that.
Theaters are back open. I don't see why not.
Yeah. We will find out.
Yeah,
We will find out what happens. Aquaman 2 was okay, not terrible, but memorable.
not memorable.
Not memorable. I'm sorry. I'm off my game today. Not memorable. What do you think so far about Aquaman 2?
It's not been bad. I don't know if we want to spoil anything or not, but the baby
Oh, it's been a
thing was
while. Go
kind of
for it. Yeah, go
the
for it.
baby thing was kind of a weird, storyline this time. But it's been cute. It's kind of funny spin to it. So
Yep. Yep. And Carlin says, Carlin, I'm sorry I didn't welcome you earlier. Welcome, Colin. Monarch is good. Monarch is good. And we got a question for you. Zacjacdan, which actor, actress would you want to join the Godzilla Monsterverse? My choices are Gabriel Luna, Christian Bale, Tom Hopper, Jensen Ackles, Rinko Kikuchi, and Danny Houston.
I only know two of those names: Christian Bale and Jensen Ackles.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jensen. Christian, eh. So I'd go Jensen, I guess.
Okay. All right. I don't even know. Christian Bale, I think, is great in almost everything he does. And then I don't
What do you
even
mean he's
know.
great?
Yeah, he's got that voice down, right?
No.
He's got that voice down.
Just imagine him on set. His throat had to hurt so bad.
Oh, absolutely. He was probably like coughing up blood and stuff, doing that over and over and
Mm.
over. I really don't know how he did it. It took a pretty good performance and it kind of made it laughable, I thought. It wasn't really. It was memorable. Let's say that it was a very memorable one.
All right, so I've seen Gabriel Luna. I'm not seeing him in any kind of movies. Tom Hopper. Tom Hopper. Who's that?
I don't know any of these other people. Jensen Ackles, Rinko.
Tom.
Kikuchi.
Okay, Tom Hopper. He's a good guy. He's a good actor. I could see him. And then Rinko.
Rinko Kikuchi. Not sure who that is.
Gonna pass on that.
Rinko Kikuchi is best known for Pacific Rim. Okay, that helps a little bit.
I hated Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim's not great.
And Danny Huston.
Danny Huston, yes.
I don't like him.
So there you go.
Are they like on a list of potential MonsterVerse?
I don't
characters
know.
right now?
Ultra Cartazilla, you'll have to answer that. Are they on the list or is that just your own personal list? I'm guessing it's its own personal list, but I could be wrong about that.
There's a lot of personal lists out there for
Yes.
people that I get a lot of comments in my thing for my everys because they want wish lists for Marvel Legends and whatnot. So
Right. That's his
I
own
still have
personal-
not seen -1 yet. Oleg, I gotta watch that still.
Wasn't that nominated for Best Picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty insane that a Godzilla movie is nominated for Best Picture. That's crazy. Pedro, stay away, please. No, Pedro. No, Pedro. We don't want Pedro. All right, man. Well,
What do you think about the casting for Fantastic Four? Have you seen that?
So, I don't think I have seen that.
You need to look
Weren't
at that.
they-
That's really cool. It's the guy that played the Mando. He's going to be
Mando. I knew
Reed.
about that. I couldn't think of his name off the top of my head, so I knew he was. He's in
If you
that.
saw Stranger Things, I can't think what the guy's name was. He had the long hair. He was like kept on failing every year, and he got killed at the
Okay,
very end of Stranger
okay.
Things.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
in there as Johnny Storm, and I was like, what? And then I saw him with blonde hair. I was like, well, he looks pretty good. I
Okay.
like the lady that they've got cast for Sue Storm, and then the guy for Thing is good as well. Of course, you're not going to see him in that human form much.
Right,
Eddie,
right.
Eddie from
Eddie.
Stranger Things.
There it is. I was kind of hoping
Oh,
on John
no.
Krasinski, honestly.
I did too. I agree with
really
you, but
thought that
again,
was a
we're
good
dealing with
choice.
the multiverse, so and
Right.
he's so busy with his stuff right now with
Yep.
Quiet Place.
Do you like the cats for Fantastic Four?
Cats. Oh,
Oh,
the
cats
people. The people.
are. Oh, the people. Thank you. I hate Pacific Rim Uprising as they killed her off, and Christian Bale should have played Riley Beckett instead, as he does a way better job for the characters who have been through a lot, like Batman. Okay. General Kenobi's bunker. What's up, man? Guys, if you haven't had a chance to check out General Kenobi, all the stuff he does, he was on last week on this show, but definitely go check him out. Jose's doing a good job as always, so go check him out. I love the casting for Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal doesn't make sense on its face, but I bet he will do a great job. I wasn't sold on him as Joel, but he was great. Yeah,
Go
Krasinski would
shave
have
his
been better.
mustache off, and he looks good, man. He looks like Mr. Fantastic as long as he doesn't have the
Yeah, that's
stash.
true. That's true. That's true. I like the cast minus Pedro, leave Pedro, but there are so many other great leads.
He's doing so much right now, and that's kind of shocking that they'd want to put him in something else huge
Yeah,
again.
I mean, it's the filming's going to start on the Mandalorian here pretty quick, so I really am surprised that he's kind of intertwined with all those. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
You talking about the movie version, right?
Yeah, yeah. Those shelves are looking a little empty. Yes, they are. That'll change. Don't worry. That will change. Have you heard of Star Wars? Oh, God. Have you heard of Star Wars Black Series? I think they'll fit nicely in those empty spots. You're too late for this conversation. We had this conversation 20 minutes ago. You're too late to do this. Pedro does not make me think he's the smartest man in the room, let alone the
Mm.
smartest man in the universe.
Mm.
Ouch. 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 Okay, here's a good one. I wish they would make a He-Man movie already, a new He-Man movie.
They're
I
in
would
the works.
totally
I
be into that.
think
Okay.
I don't remember what studio has it though, because the last one that had it just let it lapse, and then somebody else grabbed it up. So they're still pushing it right now.
That needs to happen because it's been
Mm-hmm.
since 1987. What do you think of the 1987 movie?
Oh, it was awful. It was awful. It almost ruined He-Man for me, honestly. But
No nostalgia for it?
no,
No,
not at all.
no. I was kind of surprised that my parents let me see that because I think I was about 6 years, 7 years old when I saw that. I mean, it was so different than what we knew He-Man to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a complete mind wipe with all that. So I mean, I think they need to go back to the roots, to the origins, and kind of do it that way.
Yep, definitely.
Apparently, I'm late to the game, JB. Oh man. So tell us now. You do some live streams on your own, right? Can you tell us about those?
So I was doing them on my channel for a long time when we first started,
Mhm.
and then to be honest, Man Cave has actually more of a draw
Right.
with
Wow.
the type of videos that he does. So
Mhm.
we started doing them over on his channel. Um, I still do all the back behind the scenes stuff, getting all the pictures and everything we want for the video and whatnot, switching those around for us. But he runs it now. His pretty face is what keeps us going, I think, on our stream. So.
His freshly cut hair too. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was surprised when he did that. I was like, wow, he's had that long hair for a long time, and he got rid of it. Got rid of it. How do you like doing those lives? I mean, you guys look like you're having a good time. You guys go on for like 2 or 2.5 hours. I mean,
It's just a game of catch up. It's just a
yeah,
bunch of friends getting together and catching up with each other and seeing what's going on in life.
yeah, nice one, nice. I think that the success of the Netflix He-Man show, someone will make a He-Man movie soon. I would totally agree with that.
I'm gonna have to look up what studio has it because somebody has it right now.
Okay. So much for a sequel to He-Man, right? Skeletor. Oh man, nice one. I think I missed one. Where did it go? Nope, we did that one. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Gabriel Luna's performance as Rev 9, Terminator, and Terminator Dark Fate is so badass. It sucks people don't appreciate his performance as the Rev 9. I haven't seen any of that stuff, so couldn't tell you, man. Man Cave isn't as sexy without the man bun.
Oh no!
Gotta have the
we
man
called
bun,
him we
right?
called him Man Bun Collectibles instead of Man
There you
Cave.
go.
So.
There you go. All right, man. Well, 2023 was an interesting year. If you can off the top of your head, give me your top 5 figures of 2023.
Oh, what did I get in 2023?
Yeah, that's the hard part.
I feel like the Thunder Tank came in this year.
Mhm.
Did we get Galactus this year? Did that come in
I
this
think
year?
that was
No, that
2022.
was 2022.
Yep.
His tank came in this year.
Mhm.
Is this fair to choose all vehicles? Because the Turtle Van
Absolutely.
came in this year.
It's your list. Absolutely.
Again, the fact that I even got Silverhawks this year was amazing. And I got some customs. We've got a friend out in Cherville, North Carolina, and he did some 3D prints of me. So I got if you see it right there, where you got right there is the Hawk Haven from Silverhawks.
Okay, nice,
So I
nice,
got a nice 3D
very
printed
cool,
Hawk Haven this year.
very cool. Okay. How about 2024? What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh man, that was a video I just recently did. Was what all do I have pre-ordered for 2024? So good gracious, it's a ridiculous amount of figures that I have pre-ordered for 2024. So again, still sticking with Super 7. I want to continue to get the Silverhawks. Uh, I don't know. The Cat Slayer is going to be huge coming this year. And then I sold my Toy Biz Giant Man, so I got an empty spot in my Avengers shelf now for the HasLab when it comes.
Okay, nice,
And
nice.
then I don't know where I'm going to put the Dragonfly from Classified.
Yeah, I mean that's a good size one too. That thing is what, like 3 feet long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And that's I think that's summer that's shipping.
Yep.
Yep, yep.
I did
Yeah.
not pre-order Eternium. Oh look.
Hmm. Yep.
When I looked at the scale for the Masterverse line, it was a little bit small for that. So
That thing's huge. I mean, I
it's
was
big.
watching.
When I saw because there was a picture of one of the Masterverse 7-inch scale figures standing in the doorway, and his head was this much over top of the doorway.
Right, right, right. But still, I mean, that thing's huge. I was
Yeah.
watching Cobweb Collector assemble his live, and it took him hours. It was just insane. But it looks like a really well done piece. I mean, I think it's worth the money
No,
for everybody.
there's nothing worth the money, but yes, it's nice.
Let's see. I'm really surprised with the success of the classified line. They have not done a new GI Joe cartoon.
That is so true. Yeah.
That is very true. Yeah.
Or even a
Given
live
time.
action movie right now.
Mhm.
And they did. I guess they did Snake Eyes, which was awful.
Right, right. And well, they kind of stopped after Retaliation. Like you said, they did the Snake Eyes, but we just haven't heard anything
We kind of
recently.
have though, because the most recent Transformers, the very end scene ties into GI Joe, so we're going to be getting a
Oh,
universe.
okay. Okay. Yep. 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 JB's regretting not getting the Eternia.
Maybe you can talk Ron into selling you his.
Yeah, he doesn't have room for it, so there you go. he should
That's all he
consider.
has is room. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
well, he said he's considering getting rid of his Kenner Star Wars collection, so obviously he
Mm,
needs to make room for something. So
mm.
Eternia looks so cool. I just had no idea where I would put it.
That's the guy with no room right
I
there.
don't know where he puts anything.
Mm-mm.
I took me 3 nights to watch his collection video because it was like an hour long. And I'm like, dude, uh, you just got to know, buddy.
Not for me. That was for JB.
That's for JB. Yep,
Yep.
that's for JB. Man, all the broken, damaged boxes.
Are you serious?
That sucks, man.
I haven't heard of that yet.
I haven't either, and I would be very, very upset about that. I think Ollie's funded Snake Eyes for the toy rights. They can't even sell them there, man.
Mm.
They can't even sell them. They even had them on 20% off, so they were like $5, and they still couldn't sell them.
Mm-mm.
I hate Retaliation so much. I hate the Rockets Roadblock, and it's just like Hobbs transported in the GI Joe universe. Kiko Kikuchi should have played Jinx, and Jensen Ackles should have been Flint. I can't say I like Retaliation either. Not a great movie.
No, not when you start off killing your favorite guys.
Right? Yeah, you kill everybody. Kill Duke. Yeah, no good. A lot of outer boxes for Eternia came with some damage. That I
Now, is
mean,
that just the shipper box, Oleg, or is that the actual uh, design box?
it says it's all over all the Motu groups. Tons of damaged boxes. That is crazy. I mean, what was that thing? That was well over $500, right?
I'm
Oh, the
thinking. I'm
design
thinking it was
box.
8.
Was it
I'm
eight?
thinking it was
Okay.
800.
The design box is the one getting. Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, that's
I
not good.
mean, that's crazy. That's
I
getting
mean,
damaged.
I wouldn't be using it, but because I don't have the room for it. But I'm sure somebody is.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a Grail? Is there a certain thing out there that you haven't been able to acquire yet that you would consider a Grail?
Haven't been able to acquire. That's a good question. Not really. I have everything that I want in the collection that has been made, I think. Um, my grill was Dragon Man years ago from the Fantastic Four Classics line,
Okay,
and I got it.
nice.
ended up selling it for a profit and getting one of the bootlegs that looked exactly the same for $40. So I'm actually happy with that. I held the grail. I was happy with it. I laid it down and got me a knockoff.
Okay, there you go. Hey, that works. That works.
Oh, that's it. JB's got me. He knows me. God, these guys know me. Super 7 Snake Mountain is my
There you
grail.
go.
That is true. That is so true.
That's
Yep,
a good one to have.
that is it.
So I saw a couple King Grayskulls were completely crushed.
Oh,
Ouch.
geez.
That is horrible. And Oleg says it was $600. $600. I would expect a good box. Seen the inner and outer boxes damaged. Okay. All right. Man, that's really that's too bad. Did you back the Ghost or anything like that for any of the Star Wars ones?
I'm not that big in Star Wars now.
Okay. All right.
I would have backed a Rancor. I do have a Rancor in my collection. Not as big as what the HasLab would have been. But I do have a Rancor from, I think it was SDCC.
Okay, I know which one. Was that the one that came with Jabba and a couple
Mhm,
other little figures? Yeah,
mhm.
I know which one
Yep,
you're talking about.
yep.
That's a good set. It's gotten expensive too. I think Pixel Dan's was even damaged. Not a good look considering the size of his channel.
Mhm.
That is the one guy I would deliver to it personally if I was Mattel. Dude, yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right, man. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. I know you got some buddies in here, so you're gonna have to make a decision. Top 3 YouTubers right now.
Let's see. YouTubers, period.
Period. Yeah, it doesn't have to be toys. Could be anybody.
I love the it's got a new name now, Secret Galaxy. I love his stuff. Um, Michael Mercy, I love his stuff.
No, Michael Myers is great. Yeah. Hmm.
And hmm, I'll get back with you.
Okay. Okay, we said that. I haven't seen Pixel Dan's video yet. I haven't seen it either. I saw the thumbnail.
I got my third one.
Okay.
Um, something Ninja. What is his name? He's never on the video. He's just got like this animation he does in the background. Oh, what is his name? Articulated Ninja.
Oh yeah, he's great. He was actually on Hella Dopes live a couple weeks ago.
Oh, in person or
Mhm.
with a mask on?
Mask on. Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
masks,
Yeah. Yeah.
speaking of mask, our guy when he first started, I loved you rewatching your first video the other day. That was awesome.
So many people say that. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have lost it. I don't know.
I'm not saying you should keep it. No.
Okay,
no.
well, you're not saying I should keep it, so that's good.
But where's the accent at? You got to get the accent back, maybe.
So the accent's real easy. I can do it anytime I want. It's real easy to do. It's just you can't do it for a long period of time because then, you know, I get the
I
Christian
can't.
Bale effect.
I can't imagine being in the store doing that voice. I would have definitely had to do a voiceover of my shops.
Dude, it was so embarrassing. I would try to go early in the morning just for that reason because sitting there trying to film it and everything else and trying to talk like this the whole time, there was people staring at me like I needed to be committed or something. It was
Okay, but when you started
terrible.
when everybody was wearing masks. I'm assuming around the country.
Well, so I didn't do my homework at all. I just thought it would be a good idea. I didn't look to see if anybody else was wearing masks, and come to find out, a ton of people wear masks.
Well, I mean the country. I mean like COVID.
Oh no, no. So that was part of the reason I did it
Okay.
because I had to wear a mask everywhere I was going. So I was like, well, I might as well just tie this in,
Yeah.
and let's kind of do a cowboy that way. It just kind of blended in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Definitely.
part of the thinking with that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so yeah, but you're not the first guest to say that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Zacjacdan, I just Figure Fever, man.
Thank you so much, Figure Fever.
Check him out. All you guys in the chat, go check out Figure Fever. He is on every live stream. He's doing a great job with his videos, doing giveaways. Go check him out. I'm working on him to be on this show, and I'm gonna get him on this show. So I hope he's on soon. Let's see. Articulated Ninja gives good advices as I followed his advice to avoid possible figure swaps with windowless box figures. That is something I don't miss is the windowless packaging.
Oh my gosh, that was such an awful year. You talking about
Awful.
2023? That was pitiful.
Terrible.
Stupid decision.
Absolutely ridiculous. Well, and you see the backlash they got from it, and look where we're at now.
1 year later, they changed it already. So.
Right. It didn't take any time at all. To this day, I still wear face masks. I still believe COVID is not over yet. Well, hey man, to each his own. That's cool. Do you have any plans to do a live on your own in the future?
Like I said, I used to do them.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
me
yeah,
by myself, period.
yeah.
Nah.
No.
Like I said, I'm so behind on videos that that's probably not gonna happen. But me and the group, yeah, we're definitely gonna get back together again.
Nice. At least you didn't take a six shooter with you and go all in on the gimmick. No, but I did have an idea, and I don't know how I was ever going to do this. But one idea I did have was I was going to take a lasso. Whenever I found something I was looking for, I was going to try to lasso it off the shelf. But I,
Oh,
I don't know how that would have ever
goodness.
worked. That would have not have worked. So, when you're thinking of a YouTube channel, like, well, maybe this will work, maybe that work. Well, you're in retail. It's not going to really work out that
Well,
way.
now you got AI. You can just tell AI to
There you
draw videos.
go. There you
So
go. There you go. I could do that. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, do you have any big plans for the channel this year? Is there anything you'd like to tell us about that you have on the horizon other than, the typical videos that you've been doing for a while?
I'm very behind, like I said. So some of my big ones, which are a huge amount of figures, Spider-Man. I keep on getting requests for an updated Spider-Man video because I haven't done one in probably 40 figures. So I'm 40 figures behind on doing one of those videos.
Right.
The video together, it's ready to go. I just got to put my voiceover on it. So that's an hour and a half, 2 hours of my time to try to edit the video with my voice on it. So that's a big one for these guys that have been asking for it. And just keep on going, keep on enjoying it. And my son will be graduating here soon, so he'll be back home with me. So that'll be a good time for him to get out to the workforce and find his place, and then us be back together for a while until he gets out on his own.
Nice, man. Nice, man. How much longer does he have?
He'll be done in May with school, and then
Oh,
he'll.
nice. Awesome. Fantastic. That's great, man. The last. You got to go back to this one. The last one would have been epic. You got to do that. Well, I'm not doing it now. I gave it away. I'm not doing it now. 3,000 sub celebration with Yukon Phil with the lasso, a bunch of Black Series figures.
Yeah, lasso them all back.
All back. Yeah, that's gonna
By the
take
way,
a.
you completely gave those away.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably.
when I was reading the comments, it was like, "Yeah, I'll buy it for that. I'll buy it for that." I don't know that you were reading the comments right. Yeah, everybody would have snapped them up for $8 a piece. That's an awesome price.
Well, I mean, honestly, like some of them are worth some, right? Okay, but there's a lot that are not. There's a lot that are not worth even $8.
Mm.
There was like Leia's I had, and there was a couple of sequel trilogies I had, and it's like it's kind of what Kenobi said. It's hard to find someone who wants to buy the entire collection all in one shot.
That's so true. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, do I want to mess with this? What's it worth to me to not have that aggravation?
Hmm.
That was kind of the thinking too. So I like how some people told their views to suck it up because PFP was not going to change, and Hasbro lost money and changed it real fast. They're still losing money though, and they're losing money for different reasons other than that. So I mean, General, that's an awesome idea. Top reviews with the last word truth. There's something that may work. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right, man. Well,
You
it's
can
been
make
great
you
having.
can make you a second channel with the old school Yukon
I
film.
I,
How
I
about that?
could. I could, but I have a hard enough time just keeping up with this. I
I'm
I,
so
I
with
know
you.
what I just can't. I don't know how you did another channel just doing shorts are a lot easier to put on, but I've thought about doing what you do with a second channel, which is shorts. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's
That's a
not
good
though.
idea. It's
It's not.
not.
No,
Okay.
no.
I mean,
You have to
what?
get 4 million views, I think, of
Yeah,
short
yeah,
videos in order
yeah.
for that to get monetized. And I was like, well, that's never going to happen. And I'm not going to throw my good videos on that channel if they're not going to, get any kind of traffic. I'm going to keep them on my channel. So
Right, right. Well, and shorts, you never know, like if the subs are bots. You never know if they're real people, and it's like it
hmm.
just. I think it kind of helps a little bit, but it gets your views up a little. But I mean, I've kind of stopped doing them a little bit.
It actually, whenever I had them on this channel, on the channel that I have, made my views go down on the regular videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've noticed that too a little bit. Yep, yep. Which is crazy. I just don't even understand how that works. But don't forget to leave your like on the stream for the future Lasso celebration. You guys just don't stop giving me crap, do you? All right, man. Well, dude, it's about an hour, so thank you for being on the show, man. Really appreciate it. Why don't you give us the rundown? Where can we find you? All the platforms, and what can we expect from you like in the next week?
Okay. So yeah, Zacjacdan, Zacjacdan. That's where I am on Instagram. That's where I am on YouTube, and I'm also Zacjacdan #shorts on YouTube. I do have a website called Zacjacdan.com. I was doing a lot of toy news and putting my translucent or transparent background pictures on there from my videos, but that took so much time, and I wasn't getting the traffic that I wanted from it to keep that going. It's still going. The website's still there for links to um, my videos themselves. So if you wanted to find a quicker way to find every video that you want, then you go in there, you click on the brand, Hasbro, Mattel, whatever, and it'll take you to a list of here's my videos, here's the link directly to my YouTube videos. So,
Nice one. All right.
and
Sounds
what to
good.
look forward for this week? Hmm. Let's see, what do I want to record this week? I think I'm going to do an Arkham one for McFarlane. I'm
Okay.
going to do um, I'm going to do a Doctor Doom video this week. I hadn't caught up on him in a while, and I'm going to do a DC Vampires video this week, I think.
Nice. All right, man. Cool. Well, appreciate you being on, man. Thanks again. All the people in the chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you. JB, have a good night. Marsha, have a good night. All you guys, thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for including yourselves in this. Really good time. And thank you again, Zacjacdan. Guys,
Yes,
go
sir.
sub to him if you haven't. Go check out his stuff. Next week we have Legacy of Nerd on, so go check or definitely check that out. It's going to be good. We'll catch up with Daniel and how he's getting all these amazing interviews in person with all these old Power Rangers. So definitely tune into that. We'll talk to him about that. You guys have a good night, and we will see you next Sunday. Later, guys.
Take it easy.